All right, all right. We're back. We're back. I think we got it. I don't understand what it was. It just said there's a slow connection, whatever that means. We have Wi-Fi and we are viewing live from our phones. Welcome, welcome again, everyone, to Coach's Corner. Let me know if you can hear me. We are on live again. So let me know that you can hear and see us. We are on our Facebook channel, or I should say Facebook page, and we're also on Coach's Corner YouTube channel. So either way, you can get us on either spot if you, whatever your viewing pleasure is. My name is Coach Terry Murray. I'll be your host tonight. We're missing my counterpart tonight. He's not feeling well. He's a little bit under the weather, and hopefully he's watching at home and he'll tune in here shortly. I see we've got a few viewers on here now. Give me your comments, guys. Let me let's make sure that everything's working okay. My apologies again. It was something to do with the feed, and all I did was turn it off and turn it back on, and ta-da, here we are. So, as you can see, I'm wearing my Cleveland Cavaliers shirt today, so let's give a shout out to the Cavaliers. Lord, I was beginning to doubt that they were going to pull off that game number 7. I was hoping they would have won game 6 and we wouldn't have had to go to a 7. So, but yesterday, they finally come on and showed what they could do in that second half of the 7th game in this series here. So they're advancing. They're advancing on to play the Detroit Pistons. That ought to be, Detroit Pistons. Yes, I said the Detroit Pistons. So that ought to be an interesting game with J.D. Bickerstaff as the coach over there, knowing that he was our coach before we fired him and hired Kenny. So this is going to be an interesting series. Let's see, get you guys to chime in here. Who do we have watching out there? Can you guys give me a comment here so I can make sure that we are okay on the live stream here? So let's see, who do I have watching this say? Doesn't say. But anyways, tune in. Let's get after it here. So, guys, I got to tell you, I got to give my hat is off to J.A. Jarrett Allen. Oh, my gosh, what a game the boy had. He had a double-double yesterday and dominated that game. It was because of him that I believe the Cleveland Cavaliers did win that game yesterday in Game 7. He had 22 points and 19, yes, I said 19 rebounds. Can you believe it? Also added 3 block shots, and he had 2 steals. And I'm telling you, he posterized himself in a dunk coming from about the free throw line. It looked like Michael Jordan-esque as he was coming over there to slam the ball down. My gosh, if I would have been there, I'd have probably jumped out of the seat on the floor and gave him a hug. The dude was phenomenal yesterday, and we need him to play more like that now. We just need these guys to realize. You know, I've been saying for a while, I really like him. Let's see, I can hear and see you now. Okay, so everybody's here on board with us. They can hear and see us. If you're on the YouTube channel, please let us know. Send a comment out and let us know that you can hear and see us on the YouTube channel as well. But I got to tell you guys, I have been liking some Jarrett Allen ever since Evan Mobley was down and they were putting Jarrett Allen out there with Harden. Him and Harden was just like, they had a connection, man, and he was just playing some tremendous ball. But even then, it wasn't like last night. Now, this is my question that I have. If he can play like that in a Game 7, why can't he play like that, turn it up, and play that way every single game? The guy could be a true all-star, not just, I think he only made the all-star game maybe once or twice. But anyways, if he played like that, he would be one every year, along with Evan Mobley. We could honestly say we have 2 of the best bigs in the league that are playing together. They can dribble the ball, they can move with the ball, and they're showing it in these last 2 games, man. I'm telling you, it's been phenomenal how these guys have come on. Evan Mobley in Game 5 and in Game 6, especially Game 6, Evan Mobley come on and showed what he could do, man. He just took over that game right towards the end and got us into overtime, which I don't believe we should have went into overtime because I think there was some fouls that could have been called against us that never were called and would have never made it to overtime. And then once we got into the overtime, the no call on Evan Mobley right there on the sideline gave Toronto the ball back. And we know the rest is history. The boy shot a ball and, went off the back of the rim, went straight up in the air, at least 20 feet, and dropped perfectly through the hoop to put them ahead and win the ball game. So that's kind of Cleveland fan happening here in the Cleveland area. That's what happens. It just seems like too many times to us Cleveland fans, man. We can go on and on and on about that. But we can go back to the World Series game with just having, we needed one out, one pitch away from being the World Series champs, and then we end up losing a game. And it goes on and on. The Cleveland Browns losing to the Denver Broncos 3 times, and now we got the Cleveland Cavaliers kind of spilling over onto them and things happening to them. So I don't know, man. We need some good juju. And somebody's on here says, can I ask a question? I'm going to put absolutely on the channel, on our YouTube channel. So bear with me. I'm a one-man show here tonight because my counterpart, Coach Paz now, is not with me today. So, and he, I've grown accustomed to him being here. So it's kind of, I got to get used to being here by myself for right now. Barberry says, can I ask a question? She said, how hard is it being a coach in this day and age? I miss every single one of my coaches. Well, listen, Barberry, I can tell you this. It's harder. I think it's actually because I've been coaching youth, very young. When I say youth, I've coached T-ball for a couple years, under 5 years old, and it was for my grandson. And I got to tell you, I've never coached. I don't want to say never. I have. I coached my own kids at that young age, but it's been a long time since I've coached that age group. And I got to tell you, it's a little bit different world that we're living in right now. And so it's, as far as coaching goes, all I can tell you is this: I always made it a fun thing. I always tried to get everybody involved, even the parents. And we always tried to teach the fundamentals. I think if you teach the fundamentals of the sport and you give each kid their due and let them come in there and play the game, get the parents involved, I think you'll have a good time. You'll enjoy it, and it won't be so bad. So I don't know if that helps at all. It says, see what else? This day and age, she said, I miss every single one of my coaches. Well, I got to tell you, when I grew up, we didn't, our coaches actually, we didn't have very many coaches. And so that's what got me into the coaching field at a very young age of about 15 and a half. I started coaching for the Park and Rec system over in the city of Lorain, Ohio, which, by the way, we are from Cleveland, the Cleveland area in Cleveland, Ohio. And we are a sports talk show. We talk professional sports, local sports, we talk college, and we talk youth sports. So thank you, Barberry, for tuning in. If you have any more questions, put them out there. I would be more than glad to answer. I will help you any way that I can. Youth sports is my niche, let's say, and I've been in that for a very, very long time. We've coached from 4th and 5th grade football all the way up through semi-pro football. We've coached girls softball. We've coached basketball. We've coached baseball. So got a little bit of experience there. Is there any one sport, Barberry, that you are interested in knowing about? That's what I'd like to know. What are you thinking? What sport, Barberry, are you thinking about coaching? Okay, Hirsch is on board here over on the Facebook page. He said, hello, I can see and hear you. Hirsch, thanks for tuning in tonight. Let's get back in. We talked pros, but Barberry, thank you. That's a breath of fresh air to actually talk about my passion. My passion is the youth, it's the kids. It's what I've been involved with for over 40 years. And I am so glad. I would say if you're interested, you should do it. It will be such a blessing for you in your life. Get out there and do it. If you have any questions, you can contact me, private message me on the YouTube channel here. and I would be more than glad to help any way that I can. All right, let's get back to the Cavaliers here. Okay, I want to know how many of you are like me with the Cavaliers. I will be honest with you. I wasn't feeling too good about the game 7. I didn't feel too good. I couldn't even, believe it or not, I couldn't even bring myself to watch it. I kind of just checked on the score on my ESPN app, and I always watch the game afterwards because, truthfully, the Cavs are stressful on the old guy here. I think they should be playing a lot better ball than what they are right now, and I just can't understand with the addition of James Harden to go with Donovan Mitchell, which now they call him Don. I just really thought we were going to do better than we are, but a lot of people are blaming it on the fact that we haven't had enough time together to gel the team together, which I might give a little bit of clout to that, a little bit of okay to that, but still, we're in the playoffs right now. Man, we got to pick it up and we got to play. And you know what Jared Allen said yesterday? He said, the reporter asked him after the game, he said, Jared, what was it about this game? You know, what was different? He said, I just knew that I had to bring the energy and the effort. He said, I had to show my team, and I'm thinking, my gosh, why don't he do that more often, man? Bring the energy and the effort. I loved what I saw from that. I would say bring the energy and the effort, Jarrett, every single game if you're going to play like that. And truthfully, Evan Mobley was a different player in this playoff series. I think maybe they have finally touched on a little bit of the golden grail that they need of playoff basketball for these two big guys. Usually, no offense, guys, but you're sitting on the bench. So now you see what it's like to actually be leaders for your team. Get out there and make a difference. It's not all about Don. It's not all about Donovan Mitchell. And just because we got James Harden doesn't mean that he's going to go out there and hit you 40 like Donovan Mitchell can do. But with that being said, Donovan Mitchell needs to get out there and get us 40 because I think he's only averaging like maybe 22, 23 points. If I'm wrong, somebody get at me over that. Hershey says, I agree with you. Coaching some of the best times in my life. That's a fact. You won't regret it, Barberries on here. She said, thank you for sharing this info. It does help. I was born in Columbus and I lived the Deer Creek area, but I'm thinking about coaching football. Oh, come on, man. That's my passion. You can kind of see, or you can't, but on the screen, it's got me as a football coach. So a lot of people know me as a football coach, but as many know me as their softball coach for girls softball. I coached baseball for a few years, made it to the state finals, things like that. So we've got some experience, but it's for the love of the game. When we were younger, we played all sports, Barberry. We played them all. And so that's how I was able to kind of coach all of them because I played most of them. So it does make a difference. So if you've got some experience, you played football, and you want to give back, Barberry, I say do it. I give you my blessing and help any way that we can right here on Coach's Corner. So thank you for that. Let's see. Anybody else got any questions? Come on, man. What are we thinking about these Cavaliers? Okay. Sam Merrill had 13 points. He hit some crucial three-point baskets there yesterday. And Harden added 18. Donovan had 22. And Strus. Now, I got to tell you, Strus was hustling his butt off. He was all over that court, made some steals and some baskets. And I just like his style. I like to see Strus play anytime I can. Jalen Tyson, the Rook, played a good game yesterday and made some big baskets and also had a couple, if I'm not mistaken, a couple steals there too. But here's my question. Where was Dennis Schroeder yesterday? Schroeder, I should say. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's Dennis Schroeder, not Schroeder. And Keon Ellis, didn't we get Keon Ellis to come over and play defense in the playoffs? And where's he been? He's not been here. He's not been here. He's been on the bench. He's been doing some good cheerleading. I see him over there. He's excited for our guys when they do well, but I want to see him on the floor to play a little defense for us because that's what we got him for. And when we take out the big guys and they need a rest, why don't we put another big guy in there? We've got Thomas Bryant, and from what I saw of him during the regular season, he played some good basketball, some really, really good basketball. So, and he's tough, and he's not too easy to push around. And I think against Detroit, my prediction is against Detroit, you will see Thomas Bryant, and you will see Keon Ellis. So I'm just saying, we'll find out what happens here, but that is my thought, and I'm hoping that it's going to be true. We're getting a lot of love over here on YouTube, so that's a good thing to see. Hirsch says, I was a coach on my daughter's fast pitch hot stove team, and we won the state championship. Only girls from North Ridgeville that won state championship that when she was 9 and 10 years old. She's now 41. Hirsch, quit it. You're not that old. Cut it out. But isn't that a memory? You see there, Barbary, what Hirsch is sharing with us over on. I'm looking at two screens here. I'm looking at one. I've got the Coach's Corner YouTube channel that I'm looking at, and the other one I'm looking at the Facebook screen. Which, by the way, now is a good time to ask you, if you're watching this right now, Barbary, won't you like and subscribe, and please share the channel. I see somebody's giving us some love here. I hope it's you. I hope you are enjoying this. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Coach's Corner, and also go over to our Facebook page and go to Coach's Corner on Facebook and make sure that you follow, like it, and follow, so you will get all of our announcements and quotes during the week. We are really looking to ramp up the show and get more involved with trying to help out the youth coaches and sports. So please tune in and watch. So we got, who else do we have at lunch? Who Barbary says, I dropped the like and subscribe. Yes, all right. Way to go. Thank you, Barbary. We appreciate it. Hirsch, thank you for that comment. Let's see what else we have here. We've got, so as we get into this next series with Detroit. Now, Detroit used to be the bad boys of basketball back in the day with Bill Laimbeer. They had Dennis Rodman, Isaiah Thomas, and man, they were bad. I can tell you that. And they were bad to, like, they will fight you. You're not going to get a position on them. You're not going to get an easy shot off on them. And honestly, I see a little bit of that coming from them this year. They're not, I'm going to tell you straight up, they're not as bad as the original bad boys from Detroit. Now, I'm going to go online and just tell you that. Oh, it's happy hour here on. Yep, they're not as bad. They're not as bad. The new Detroit Pistons might be a tough team, but they were not as tough of the bad boys of old with Bill Laimbeer. I can tell you that right now. Where's my boy Paz? He's not on here. He needs to back me up on that. I really believe that he knows I'm telling the truth for sure. So, all right. So we're getting into another 7-game matchup with these guys. We went 2-2 on the season as far as, like, got 2 wins, 2 losses against them. But, we beat them there. I think we beat them there. So there's a possibility. I don't get to watch too many games of the Cavs because they don't air it up here all the time. So I've got to try to get it when I can. And one of the games I saw was at Detroit, and they beat them. And it was a tough game, but the Cavs prevailed. So they can do it. And what I'm hoping for is Jared Allen and Evan Mobley has seen, like, listen, we can play tough too. We're tired of getting pushed around. We're tired of all this soft talk nonsense. And we're going to show you just exactly who they are, because that's what they did in Game 6 and Game 7. So I'm just praying and hoping that they will go on and take that with them over into this new series. Halfhill says this will be a full series. Halfhill, yeah, buddy, I do believe that, man. Thank you, Halfhill, for tuning in. My boy boy, didn't you, Hatfield, don't you have your own show that was on, or at least you used to? Let me know. Put it in there. I'll give you a shout out, and we'll have to come and watch you. Maybe in Hatfield, have you come on our show too sometime. So let me know if you're still on the air with that. We'd like to know. So where'd we go? Oh, let's get back to, so the 7 games he's saying we'll get into, it'll be a full series. I do believe that. But I think if we can go up there, it's imperative if we're going to beat them that we have to go in there and take one of these first 2 ball games. We can't come home down 0-2. We've got to play them and show them, hey, we're here. We're going to get in your face. We're going to shoot the lights out. We're going to get aggressive. We're going to take it to the basket. And our 2 or maybe 3 big guys, if they put Thomas Bryant in there, because Thomas Bryant can play. I mean, I've seen him shoot 3-pointers. I mean, he's a ball player, man. He can get after it. So I like to see him in there. And Dean Wade's is kind of hit and miss. Sam Merrill gave 13 yesterday. I like him and the effort he had. And Keon Ellis. I want to see Ellis get in the game and see what he can do. Oh, Paz sent some stars. All right, Paz is on board. Paz is picked. My cohort that couldn't be in here today. He sent us some stars here. Paz, give us some comments, man. What are you thinking about this 7-game series? Let us know what you're thinking before we get off of these guys. We're going to talk a little bit about the Guardians before we get off here today. We're always talking about the Browns, and we might talk a little bit about them. We've got to mention Mary Kay, but I'm going to save that to the end. So, all right. So we are working on getting a day and a time lock to relaunch the show. This is Horror is the name of the show and Facebook page. All right. So tell us now because before This Is Horror, I thought you were like in the wrestling gamut there, my friend. So is this a new one, or is it going back to the show that you were on? Let me know. Marilyn Preeny is on board. She said, you tell him how's it going, Marilyn. Good to see you on tonight. We appreciate you tuning in. Finally got through, he said. All right, Paz. Thanks for tuning in. I miss you here, buddy. It's always good to have someone that can give an opinion other than your own, because that's why we like you guys coming on and letting us know your thoughts and what you think about it. So, all right. So I just want to say this. We need some toughness out of the Cavs. And yesterday when I saw Jared Allen, I loved it. Turn around, tell him, go home. Go home. And he said it the 3rd time, he said, go home. Now listen, I'll take a technical for that, because if you're going to show some toughness and some stance, like he said, he's going to put some energy and effort into it. You can't put energy and effort into it and not have that kind of feeling, man. It's like, listen, I want to win this. I'm not backing down. I've been playing so many years for the Cavs, and it's time. It's time we win. Now, Donovan Mitchell, I'll be honest, if we don't get out of this second round, I don't know what may happen with this team. I'll flat out tell you. So I'm hoping if we get out of the second round, I'm thinking if we can get past the Pistons, then we got a chance to make it to the finals. And then it's anybody's ball game. I can tell you that. How are we looking over here on YouTube? Don't forget, go to our YouTube channel and hit like and subscribe. We need the subscriptions. The more we have, the more we get showed. Same thing with the Facebook page. Please go over to Facebook. Go to our Facebook page, Coach's Corner at Facebook, and like and follow. You have to follow on that one. So, see what else we have here. Paz says he finally stepped up. Yes, he did. He finally stepped up. It's about time. And I honestly, for the life of me, can't tell you, why that it's took him so long to get there. I think the guy's a great player. He's a phenomenal player. And I don't know, man. I don't know. I know I'm not making excuses for him. Okay, so you can get hurt, but it seems like he's been hurt a lot. And that's how he got the soft comment put on him. That's how Evan Mobley got the soft comment put on him. But I'm going to tell you guys, those guys had some of the most explosive dunks that I've seen, and so fast. It was quick. It was just like up in your face. Boom. Goodbye. I'm gone. And what are you going to do about that? And they just turn around and look at you. We need a little bit of that. We need a little bit of nasty if we're going to beat the Detroit Pistons. Hershey says, I'm not too sure about our coach. Oh, boy. Here we go. Yeah, Coach Paz was saying that. And I'm going to tell you this. He comes from good stock, Hershey. He comes from the Golden State Warriors who won all those championships. I mean, he knows how to do it. But as I was talking to Coach Paz today, I told him, I said, even Steve Kerr used to get upset. I've seen him get many a technicals called on him. He's got a little bit of a, when you're invested that much, you can't help but get upset if it's not going your way or the guys aren't producing, the refs are blowing call after call. You're going to show some, your anxiety is going to rise up and it's going to come out. We live in a world where, it's like it's the wrong thing. Well, no, it's not. Not in sports. You can't play sports and be successful without having a little bit of, you've got to be invested in it. And anything you're invested in, what happens if you invest all your time, your effort, your money, whatever, you invest in it and it doesn't do well, what happens? Don't you get upset? Do you show a little bit of emotion? Because that's what it takes. You got to have some investment in what you're doing. And surely every one of these guys are that have made it to the pros. But now we need you to show it, for crying out loud. Come on, show it and let us know. That's not good. Oh, well, wrong button, but it gets the point across. Let's do this. Love everyone. No, listen. So, okay. So we're going into it. Okay, let's have your picks. Let's get on here now. And somebody tell me, Hershey says it seems like Kenny's chair's too comfortable. It means like he thinks he's not going anywhere. I just told Coach Paz today as we were talking on the phone, I said, I think they need to bring him in and set him down. It's like, with Dan Gilbert and say, hey, listen, I've got a lot of investment. We are, if I'm not mistaken, we might be the highest payroll in the NBA. Correct me if I'm wrong, Paz. Check that out for me. But I'm pretty sure that if we're not the highest, we're one of the highest payrolls in the NBA. So with that being said, talk to me, you guys that are on here. Let me know, what are you thinking? How many games will it go? Are we going to go the full 7? Or are they going to beat us in 6 or 5? Or are we going to beat them in 5 or 6? So my thought is, because it's the NBA, and I'll be nice about it. I've never seen so many 7-game series. You've got a 1 playing an 8. A 1 playing an 8. Can you hear me? 1 playing an 8 and go to a 7-game series. That's not the way it used to be. From the Cavs of old, we used to knock them out, and in a 7-game series, we'd knock them out 4 or 5 games. Where's that gone? We need to get back to that. And like Paz was saying today, it rests your players. When you can win, you can rest your players. So if you got to put the effort in, just like energy and effort. J.A., go home. Go home, he said. He said, go home. We are always paying a luxury tax because of payroll, I think. Yeah, for the Cavs. Yeah. It could be. I mean, it's the payroll of these teams are outrageous. This is Hershey says this has been some of the worst refereeing I have ever seen. Hirsch, we would have never made it to a game 7 if they would have called the tackle on Merrill in the backcourt. They tackled him. And then when we threw the ball up in overtime, when all we had to do was get over half court and run out the clock, they only had like 1 point something seconds differential on the play clock to the time clock, official time clock. They threw it up to Evan Mobley. The guy literally, it's all over Facebook how he's wrapped him up and tackling him and said the ball went out of bounds on Mobley. Are you kidding me? Come on, man. No way. But I swear to you, the the NBA is getting more grief over being fixed. Games are fixed. And sometimes, you got to wonder. You just have to wonder if it's not the case. Because look at Donovan Mitchell the other night. I shared this post. He asked to set out one of the games because Schroeder was doing good, He asked to set out. Listen, man, you're all-star. He don't ask to set out, bro. You think LeBron James has ever asked to set out ever? He's never. I bet you in his life he's never asked to set out. Cavaliers are the number one highest payroll. Thank you, Coach Paz. Yes, I knew it. Number one highest payroll. And last year you looked over and you saw Jared Allen, you saw Evan Mobley, and you saw who used to be on the team, Darius Garland, with his sword toe, setting out all three in street clothes. Now, somebody get Bernie Kosar on the phone. Has anybody ever read Bernie Kosar's book? I've got it right up here on my shelf. You can't see it. It's behind me. But you ought to read Bernie Kosar's book. Bernie said there wasn't no, Bernie, are you okay? No, it's like, Bernie, what do you need, Bernie? All right, we got to get you back in the game. He played the second half with a broken ankle. Against Pittsburgh. He said, I'm not coming out of the game. He told the trainer, he said, shoot me up. Give me some cortisone in there. Shoot me up. I'm going to go back out and play the second half. And he did. And that's the difference between nowadays and the days of old. Those players were invested and they, it sounds rough, but I'm going to tell you, they hated the other team. They didn't want to lose to that other team. They'd rather go out there and play on a broken ankle than say I lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Charlie Chronister, Chuck, you're on here. Cavs should have blown them out. Yes, I agree. Coach Paz says, can you say fixed? Yes. Sometimes, man, that 7-game series, I don't think we should be here. And look how many 1s versus 8 we went to a 7-game series. Am I making my point? So, all I know is this. Back in the old days, they wouldn't have come out. Nate Thurmond would have never come out. Brad Doherty wouldn't have come out. These guys are going to fight you. They're going to play tough. And, when we go to the bad boys of old in Detroit, that's what they won their championship games. They were tough. And they would bang you around under the boards. And Bill Laimbeer would punch you right in the face. I mean, let's just tell it like it is. Right in the face. He was nasty. Like Janet Jackson. Nasty. But, Charlie, I just want to say, Chuck, it's good to see you on here. Chuck, where have you been? Our old basketball buddy. Me and Coach Paz used to go play over at his house. He'd come to play over at ours. And, man, we had many pickup games with how's White Shoes. We used to call him after Billy White Shoes Johnson. His brother always had white tennis shoes. We call him Billy White Shoes Johnson. How's White Shoes doing, Chuck? Give me a shout out. Let me know how you're doing here, so we can tell everybody how you been. Too many turnovers, Chuck says. Charlie Chronister, we graduated together. He said too many turnovers. Paz said they had more turnovers. Harden had more turnovers than points, and that one game, and I think it was true. Too many turnovers, man, for sure. So, Chuck, tell me, who do you got? Who are you going to take? Are you taking the Cavs or are you taking the Pistons? Who do you think? Be honest about it. You guys that are on YouTube channel, tell me. Tell me all about it. Who do you think's going to win between the Detroit Pistons and the Cleveland Cavaliers? Again, I just want to remind you, my name is Coach Terry Murray. We are a local sports talk show from Cleveland, Ohio. And we talk all sports, as you can see today on the YouTube channel. We were talking to someone by the name of at Barberry. We were talking to Barberry there, and he had some good questions about getting involved in youth football. And I think anytime, if you've got the heart for it and you've played the game and you can give back to the game, That's what it's all about. Really, that's what we're trying to do on this show. We talk a lot about pro sports on here, but I would really like to transition over into at least a little bit of the show like today, being able to give back to the youth and talk about what where our passion was for all those years. So Hershey's got, isn't it 4 games in Detroit and 3 in Cleveland? Yeah, Hersh, it's 4 in Detroit. They're the number 1 seed, so they get 4 games. We get 3. We're going there to play 2 games, and then they come here for 2 games. But I'm saying we got to steal one of those games. And if we can go there and take 2 of them, oh, come on. But I will be real happy if we can get Jared Allen, go home, Jared Allen, to play like he was doing in last night's game, along with Evan Mobley, and get Donovan Mitchell to, I don't know, he needs to pep it up a little bit. We need some more production out of him. When he wants to, he's just like LeBron. He's unstoppable. Sorry, Paz says Detroit, and it will go 7. I'm not, guys. I'm gonna be honest. I got to go with the hometown team. I still think we're coming on at a great time here. Jared Allen and Evan Mobley will be the difference. They're going to make the difference. And then our true stars, you got Harden and you got Don. They're going to step it up, and they're going to score some points. And we're going to see the Cleveland Cavaliers that we thought we were going to see. That's my thought. So it's good to have your own opinion, your good thought. Hirsch says, amen. Did I miss anybody else? Marilyn was on. We've got Sean Hatfield. Sean, thank you so much, bro, for coming over and tuning in. We'd like to get you on the show. We're going to get some more coaches on the show coming up real soon. So we're still trying to put things together here. So bear with us. We just like talking sports, man. That's what it's all about. So real quick, so as we transition over here, let's talk about the guards just for a moment, if we can here. Got to talk about the kid, man. I got to talk about the kid. We got to talk about Chase DeLauder. This guy, this rook, man. Yes, I said Chase DeLauder, a right fielder, batting .304 right now, 6 home runs, and he's 34 hits and 112 at bats. And he's playing some really good ball. Angel Martinez is not playing too bad. Shortstop, got 6 home runs, batting .275. Rocchio, it's a .268, but maybe defensively, I don't know. But and Kwan is kind of starting to pick and feel his way around and coming back. Jose Ramirez, batting average isn't that great, but he's got 16 home runs and tearing it up, or 16. Listen, sorry, 6 home runs, not 16. And Bazzana, Travis Bazzana, is up. He's not tearing it up yet, but he will. They're saying that this kid's the real deal. But I also want to talk and give some loving to Austin Hedges. As Austin Hedges is batting .310. He's got 4 doubles, a home run, 3 RBIs, 13 hits, and 42 at bats, and threw a guy out when he got too far off the first base the other day. I'm advocating right now for Austin Hedges to be starting catcher for the Cleveland Guardians. What do you think about that? Guys, he's not the Austin Hedges of old. He's not. And Schneemann is batting .298, guys. So he's not doing too bad. He's got 4 home runs, too. So guards aren't playing that bad. They had a bad game the other day. Receiver he's been doing, or receiver, listen, my mind's on football. The pitcher, who was it that pitched the other day? The lefty. Didn't have a very good game, but they are, I think they're going, you know how the tribe, yeah. You know how the Guardians, tribe is right. I'm right when I said tribe. You know how the Guardians do it. As the weather heats up, they heat up. So we just need them to be hovering right around where they're at right now, because when the weather warms up, mark my words, I'm telling you, they're going to warm up. Oh, yeah, summer's on its way, baby. I'm telling you. Happy hour on the show when that goes off. All right, let's see what we have here. We have our ERA is not that great. It's what the knock is on us right now. But Paz's boy, um, Gavin Williams, 2.70. Messick is 2.4. Who else do we have here? Let's talk about them. Tanner Bibby, 4.0 ERA. It's not good. It's not good. We need to tighten it up. Weather's getting warmer. You need to tighten up, and you need to get hot too. So, guards, and then real quick, let's finish off the show. We got to talk some Browns, or it wouldn't be Coach's Corner if we did not talk. Hey, Brookie Brooks on board. Charles Cronster says, I agree he should be starting. Cass says, no to Hedges. Come on, man. I like me some Hedges. The boy just got engaged. He's changed. I'm telling you, he's a new man. I say we start Hedgie and let's let him go and see what happens. Let's see. Brookie Brook, my niece is on here. And real quick, I want to give a shout out to my granddaughter, Kaylin, again. Their team is still undefeated. And the JV team is still undefeated in the Southwest Conference right here. They won again today in 5 innings. And she opened up her first at bat. She ripped a double to the center field fence. So it was great. She's, I think she's batting around a little over 400 right now, and leading the team in RBIs. And she's got some runs scored too. So she's doing pretty good. She made a great diving play today and got up from her knees and tossed the ball to first to get her out. So she's on a roll here, and her team's on a roll. So shout out to the JV North Ridgeville ladies softball team, still undefeated. Thank you very much. Shout out to Tim Couch. Jade said, what? Come on, man. Your boyfriend ain't on the show here, Tim Couch. She's hoping we get Tim Couch to come on. That's what it is. Brookie Brook is clapping for the JV team. All right, guys. Well, listen, I just want to tell you, make sure when you get done with this episode tonight, if you would please share it on your Facebook and your YouTube channel. Share it so we can maybe get some new listeners and some new viewers to come on board. And hopefully Paz will be back next week. He says, couch. Yes, on the couch. Couch is on the couch now. He was a good quarterback, though. He really was. They have no support for him. I'm going to tell you that right now. We did. No support. Say it one more time. No support for Tim Couch. Yep, that's right. No support. So listen, guys, make sure you tune in next week with us. We're going to be getting in touch with a few more people that's going to be helping with the show. We're going to try to make this happen real soon so we don't have the technical difficulties. And I just want to say this. Anytime that we get to talk sports is a good time, and we're just glad it's with you. Don't forget, no matter what your problem is or how big it is, it's not too big for God. Give it over to God. I wish you guys the best of week. Cheer for the Cavs, they need it. Cheer for the Guardians, they need it. Get out there and make a difference in the community. Coach your team. Coach your kids' team. Get out there and play ball with them. There's nothing like a mom and a dad that'll go out and take interest in their kids, play ball or whatever it is with them. Doesn't matter. Just give them some love and give them some time. Listen, I'm Coach Terry Murray. This is Coach's Corner. Tune in next week at 7:30. Peace. I'm out.